Yeah, so one of the things to think about when you're going in, when you got a property and you are, um, let's say you buy a property and it's completely vacant, it's kind of a dead property. You guys bring it back to life. That's different. You guys are coming in, you got to spend a couple hundred grand to get that thing going. But I know a lot of what you're buying is an existing property. It's already ongoing. They've got tenants in there. You're moving them out kind of one at a time and rehabbing the unit. You might be doing some, depending on the building. If you said that's an 8 unit, that's probably not that big, but there might be bigger buildings where there's some common area that they're working on. Maybe there's some outdoor stuff they're tearing out, putting in some new stuff. When you bought the property, just realize you've got cost basis that you bought, and all of a sudden you're tearing it out of the building, throwing it in a landfill, right? And that's got value that was on your books or your client's books. What we do, and it typically has to be, it's probably got to be $100,000 in renovations to make sense to do this, just because the fee is going to be 2 or 3 thousand bucks to do something like that. But we'll go in and calculate what you guys throw out of the building. So that's an additional deduction potentially for the owner. Again, if they need it, if they're running a really skinny budget and they're like, we don't really care, we can't take advantage of it, we don't want to pay $3,000 to do this, we don't care about leaving the basis on our books. But if it's big enough or they're making enough money, they should study it because then we'll calculate what they threw out. So they get a deduction that year, gets off their books, so it lowers their basis. They don't have to end up paying recapture tax on stuff that's in the landfill. So it's a double win, but it has to be done in the tax year in which the work was done. So if property is being renovated in 2025, that has to be applied to their 25 tax returns.